you know you make me float, boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. And in today's video we're going to be talking about an unfortunate topic. It can be triggering to some, so I want to give a trigger warning now. Just for those who are not aware, this video is about sexual assault, and I'm going to also have it in the title just in case if you don't want to click on it, or if it's not a topic that you're comfortable, hearing about, just for whatever traumatic reasons. But I did want to give that disclaimer about this video, but I did want to bring awareness to the situation, just because, as a woman, you always hear about these stories of how, other women get sexually assaulted, and, these unfortunate events tend to happen. But sometimes you don't think like you'll ever be in that position, whether you're like, oh, I don't go out often, or I literally just go to school and work, and or whatever reason why you just think, maybe why would I end up in that situation? And I always say never, because you never know what's going to happen. But I just couldn't conceptualize the idea of that happening to me, because you never want something scary and unfortunate to happen to you, so you try not to think about those things, because to me, I feel like those are negative thoughts, but those are also real thoughts. Like, those are real things. Like, these things happen to women, so you have to be at a certain point where you have a type of awareness. But it's not like no judgment if you are like, you have like that, like I said, that mindset of, I can't even see that happening to me, because like I said, that's not something you want to think about. But with that being said, let's get into this story. I wanted to get that quick trigger warning out the way, just so that way y'all are aware of, what the video is about. But yeah, let's get into the story time. So this all happened to me back, I want to say, in 2023, and I at the time was not working at Sephora. So yeah, this was like right before I was at Sephora. So anyways, I was working at a random salon when this happened, and on one of my off days, right, I'm scrolling on the dating apps, as I tended to do, and at that time I was still on like Bumble and stuff, and I can't remember where me and this guy matched on, but we matched on a dating app. And let me give you the background of how me and this guy knew each other. So the guy that I met on the app, we knew each other since we were little kids. And for the preface of the story, we're gonna give him another name, and we're gonna name him Gerard. So me and Gerard, like I said, we grew up together because his mom and my mom, they worked together, right? And when they started working together, like, they just got really cool. And when they got really close, like, they were like, oh, like, I got a kid, like, whatever, like, let's link up, have the kids meet, whatever. And so, that's what happened. And then sure enough, not too long after, Gerard ended up going to school with me, because his mom was like, oh, what school does she go to? And my mom told her. And then eventually he started using the same after school program that my mom used for me. So me and Gerard was together all the time. And the thing is, Gerard is 2 years younger than I am. So I'm currently 23. I'll be 24 in the summer. So currently Gerard is about 21, 22. So with that being said, like I said, like, we grew up together. We was real cool, and as kids, like, we was always just laughing, kikiing, always having a good time, just talking shit, being kids, right? Like, we was always lit when we was together, and we was just really cool. Like, we was really close, and I almost looked at him as like a brother, because we spent so much time together. Because of course, if you're spending 5 days out of the week with somebody, like, all the time, like, before school, even during school and after school, like, you're gonna, like, it's gonna happen that y'all get really close. But like, as a kid, I never liked him or looked at him like that, and he never gave the vibes that he liked me or looked at me like that. So anyways, I ended up departing to high school, and we lost contact because, like I said, he's 2 years younger than I am. So I go through high school, whatever, and fast forward to this moment when I see him on a dating app, and I'm like, oh my god, like, this little Gerard. And mind you, of course, last time I seen him, we were in middle school. And when we were in middle school, like, he was, of course, short, because most people are just starting to get their growth spurts. So, you know, I'm not expecting to, like, a middle school kid, especially one that's 2 years younger than me, to be like extra tall or anything. But at this point, this boy is big as heck. Like, he's 6'4", and he is like football built. Like, he got that football build, like, where he like just solid all around, and he's tall as heck. So I'm like, oh my god, like, this is so crazy. Like, he looks so different. Like, he still got the same exact face, but, like, you know, he looked grown now, of course. So I swiped because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I haven't seen him in years. Like, let's see if he matches with me so that way we could catch up. And so eventually we did match, right? So we was just texting and like catching up, whatever, like, oh my gosh, like, I haven't seen you forever, how you been, whatever. And we exchanged numbers. So then we make plans for me and him to just, you know, chill at his house one day, right? So we go and we make plans, and I pull up to his house. Mind you, he don't live too far from me, like a good 15 minutes away from my house. It's funny, he actually lived down the street from where my daddy lived at. But anyways, I'm at his house and we chilling and we just watching a movie. And low key, like, he giving a vibe that, you know, he trying to hunch, like, he trying to, you know, trying to touch me in my no-no square. And in my head, I'm kind of like a little shocked. And I know before y'all say anything, like, I mean, of course, if he invited you to his house, like, what did you expect? I didn't expect that because, granted, like I said, growing up, he never gave the vibes that he was interested in me, and I never gave him that vibe because I wasn't interested in him growing up. And then also, too, like, when I seen him, I wasn't looking at it from, oh, like, he fine now, like, I need that. But I was looking at him like, oh my god, like, that little Gerard from when I was a kid, like, oh my god. And, like, yeah, he do look a lot better, but he also still looks the same. So I'm kind of like, like, you know, he's not ugly, like, he looks good, he's conventionally attractive, but it's kind of like, at the same time, I'm seeing 11-year-old you. Like, it's hard to not, like, see that and stuff like that. So anyways, whole time he's trying to, like, kind of get that vibe, and I'm like, no. Like, I'm kind of like, like, no, like, I thought we was just watching movies. Like, I thought I came over to watch movies and chill. Like, I thought we was catching up. That's like what I'm thinking what was going on. And like, he over here like, yeah, I mean, we could catch up after we go upstairs and I'm like, yeah, you're funny. So he proceeds to go upstairs, right? And I'm still sitting on the couch and I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, as he's upstairs, I'm texting my friend like, bro, like, this nigga tripping, like, what? Like, he trying to get some of the coochie, and I'm not really trying to have sex with him because I don't look at him like that. Like, I'm not attracted to him, so I don't really want to do that. And so anyway, my friend like, well, you know, you might want to get up out of there if he keep like trying to like insist after you just said no. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna see, whatever. So I'm sitting there and he come back down the stairs, and so next thing I know, he start like play fighting with me, and in the midst of us play fighting, he runs and snatches my phone and bolts upstairs. So I was like, bro, like, give me my phone back, like, I need that, give me my phone back. So he's like, you gotta come up here and get it. So I was like, bro, I'm not coming up there. So I sat downstairs for a minute, still just watching the movie, expecting him to come downstairs. So after like a good 5 to 10 minutes, and when I'm like, damn, he really not coming to bring my phone, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get my phone. So I go upstairs and I kind of start looking around when I can like peek in and I see him in his room, and I'm like, okay, so where you put my phone at so I can get my phone? So he started laughing and he's like, you gotta come get it. So I'm walking towards him because he has it, I see that he has it on the pillow next to him, and as I'm going to grab it, he immediately like tackles me kind of onto the bed, and I like turn over, and before I could like even fully get my body over, he takes one arm and holds both of my arms up above my head, and he basically like trying to kiss me. So I'm like, bro, like, I'm not trying to do none of that. So while he's holding my arms, I'm like this, and I'm like, like, I'm literally moving my head. I'm like, like doing all of that. So he like, bro, like, just give me a kiss. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not trying to do that. I just want to get my phone. Like, come on now. So anyway, he still keep trying to do it, but then finally I got him to get off of me, right? So then I'm just sitting here and I'm kind of just like looking at him, And next thing I know, he then proceeds to then again put my arms up and try to do it again before I could even leave the room. And so I'm like, bro, like, you're doing too much. Like, you're doing a lot right now. Like, I already said chill out with that shit. Like, bro, chill out. And he finally like proceeded to get off me. And then I was just like, I just was trying to watch a movie. I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna watch the movie. So if you want to watch it with me, you can. But if you want to stay up here, you can do that too. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna come downstairs in a second. So I was like, okay. So I go downstairs, y'all. When I say I put on my shoes so fast, I hurry up and grab my stuff. And y'all, when I say I bolted out that house so fast, like, I didn't even give him a chance to come out the room to even look for me. I just hurried up and I ran out that door and ran to my car so fast. And like, what I did was, because the way I had like parked was I parallel parked, but I wasn't parked facing like to go like in the exit. Like, it was facing in the opposite way. So I was like, okay, well, let me hurry up and like drive around for a little bit to kind of calm my nerves, because I can't believe I just had to do all that. And yeah, I drove around in his neighborhood for a little bit, and then I finally put in my address and I just went home. And y'all, like, still to this day, like, I still can't believe that happened to me, because like I said, you know, you never think it's somebody you know. You always think it's a stranger. Like, whenever you hear these stories about like women in these unfortunate situations, and even sometimes men, you know, you think, oh, like they're walking late at night and here comes a big burly man in the bushes like ready to attack, or like, you always think like it's always in those type of situations. But it's like, no, it's always a lot of times somebody you know, like somebody who you've had close proximity with, whether it was one time or even multiple times. And that's like the even scarier part, because you're like, dang, somebody who I know like could really just hurt me like that. But at the end of the day, the people who know you or who's around you the most can be the ones that hurt you the most. And that's the scary part. And like, after that, I was kind of like on edge with men, and I still am to this day, like when it comes to, you know, certain men. But I just tend to stay my distance away from them. Like, I don't even be friends with men a lot of times, because I just feel like they don't ever have pure intentions. But with that being said, I hope y'all like the story, and like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm Chrissy. I'm out. Bye.